thought about that, and are there steps you and the leaders of FSU will take to make sure that does not happen?
Yeah, obviously, you want to keep the main thing, and that's football. We're football players at the end of the day, and if you're not producing on the field, nobody's going to want to, pay you any money off your NIL if you're not producing. So that's the main thing. And then obviously with the jealousy part, for me personally, I want to make sure everybody, as much as possible, can maximize, off their NIL. So whatever ways I can help my teammates and help them profit off their NIL and what they feel their value is. That's the whole reason, Derek and I helped start Dreamfield, to help these athletes set their rate, make it quick and easy and seamless between the businesses and them. That's what it's all about. And then obviously, like I said, football's got to be the priority.
McKenzie, given your experience at UCF, what was your reaction to the 12-team proposal for the college football playoff? I mean, you come at it from a pretty unique perspective.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think 12 is a good number. I'm not sure what the right number is, but I definitely think it needs to be more than 4. Year in and year out, I feel like, if there's 12 teams in that playoff, any team can come out and win it. There's a lot of quality 2-3 loss teams in big programs like the SEC, and then you get the UCFs and the Coastal Carolinas of the world and the Cincinnatis of the world that are really, really, really good football teams. But they just don't get that opportunity the way it's set up right now. So I don't think it's a matter of if, I think it's a matter of when. So we'll see when that time comes.
And to ask you about your friendship with Pierre, just how it kind of started when you met him for the first time.
Yeah.
How you got to Dreamfield.
Yeah, so, we go back to our playing days when he was at Houston and I was at UCF, and, it's been connected since back then. And obviously I followed his journey, just, what he's dealt with on the field, off the field, injuries and other trials and tribulations in his life. He's just considering all what he's been through, he's just a stand-up dude off the field, and then obviously admire what he did on the field too. He broke my conference touchdown record in the American back in 2018, and I still feel some type of way about that. But all jokes aside, I think he's a great player, a great person, and someone I definitely want to align myself with now and furthermore. But at the same time, when we play each other, it's going to be on, and I'm excited to get that opportunity to play against him, because we never got that opportunity back when he was at Houston, I was at UCF. So super excited for him, super excited for myself, super excited for Dreamfield, and what we're going to be able to do and how we're going to be able to help these college athletes monetize and do it the right way.
Would you say just kind of unique to have a Miami and Florida State quarterback with a friendship like this? Over the years of the rivalry, I don't know if there ever was something like this.
Well, there's never ever been anything like NIL either, you know what I mean? So to me, it's something bigger than playing. It's something that, it's been a disservice to college football players for a long time, not being able to monetize off their NIL. And, if Derek and I can come together and be part of something bigger than ourselves, that's what it's all about.
When the spring map, do you feel like you still have a lot of fun? Because it was most football you really played.
Yeah.
What did you kind of take away when you reflected on those 15 practices and the new school and that?
I think just dialing into the playbook more than anything, getting that chemistry down with my guys and whatnot. But, other like playing football, I feel comfortable out there. I feel like I can make all the throws. I can run, I can jump, I can cut. Physically, I feel perfectly fine. But from spring ball to now, just dialing into the playbook, learning the ins and outs more than anything. Yeah.
And how good of an marriage is that between your skill set and the playbook and the offense?
I feel very confident in what the coaches are asking me to do. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this season's going to bring.
What was it like getting Coach Kenny Dillingham as an OC quarterback coach and also a relatively young guy in that position?
Yeah, just getting to know him and his story is pretty crazy. The journey he's been on, considering he started as a freshman linebackers coach at a high school in Arizona, and worked his way all the way up to being the OC at Florida State at 30 years old. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Had no connections in the business, and you got stuck with Coach Norvell, and that's a pretty good guy to be stuck with. And to me, he's one of the best offensive minds I've been around, if not the best. He's as good as they come. Yeah.
Talk about the first game here against Notre Dame, letting us over, the last big game.
Yeah, I can try and put myself in that situation, but I don't feel like, I'll feel those emotions until I'm there. So I'm super excited. I know a few of those Notre Dame guys because they're from back home, so I grew up with some of those guys, but super excited to play my first game in Doak. Hopefully it's sold out. I think it will be. And, I'm going to just have fun with it. I'm going to just enjoy that moment and make the most of it. That's going to be fun. That's something I grew up watching. And, I'm super excited for that one. But, we just got to take care of business in fall camp, stay healthy, and then September 5th, it's on.
McKenzie, what do you remember about the FSU series growing up, and obviously you're friends with,
Yeah.
friends with Derek? And,
Yes.
UM has, I think, won the last 4 in a row. Just your thoughts on that, what that's going to be like playing against Derek, even though
Yeah.
you're both quarterbacks and stuff, but the whole thing.
Everything I've heard about it, I just hear it's electric. A lot of these guys grew up with each other. Obviously, I didn't grow up in Florida, but this is cream of the crop. It's the best football in the country, and when Florida State's playing good and Miami's playing good, it's just good for college football. So hopefully we both have great years, and then we can meet up and we'll toke it out, and we'll see who wins that game. But I'm super excited to see what our team brings, what they bring. But like I said, it's just better for college football when both those programs are playing well.
How often do you talk to Derek?
We talk pretty often. We're business partners. I say probably like once a week. We check in here and there. It's not always business. It's not always football. Just checking in on each other. But when we're playing that week, I doubt we'll talk that week. We'll probably talk after the game. Yeah.
You guys had some young offensive linemen playing last year. You weren't here, but they're young guys. What have you seen from those young offensive linemen since you've been here?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised in the spring, how they performed. And, I think the biggest thing is just being able to communicate with those guys, what I'm seeing, what they're seeing. And as long as we're all in one accord in what we're trying to do, I'm completely confident in those guys to get the job done and, give me time, give Jordan time, open up holes in the run game. We got a lot of talent, but, talent only means so much. We got to come together as a unit because those 5 guys got to all be in sync. And, I got to be in sync with them, the running backs when we're in 6-man, the tight end when we're in 7-man pro. So, to me, O-line is might be the hardest position to play just because all 5 guys got to be in a unit. That's the biggest unit, doing something together. So, been pleasantly surprised with those guys, and I think they're going to keep getting better, and I think they're going to be really, really good this year.
When a new guy like Dillan comes in, is there any way to evaluate what he brings, or go back and watch anything, or just wait to see what you see?
Well, obviously you see the film, what he did at Notre Dame, and he's a seasoned vet, so he brings that level of experience, like him, guys like Devontae Taylor, Brady White, Brady Scott. Brady White was Norvell's QB. Brady Scott, our offensive guard. We got a number of guys that are seasoned veterans that can lead, and I think just having guys like that, knowing what it takes, seeing what it's like on winning teams, it's good to bring in guys like that. Regardless if they're going to be a feature guy or not, having experience like that is key.
Was there a point in last year where you kind of felt back your old self out there, or is it not even about that? It's like about comparing yourself to before?
I feel good. I feel 100%. So, I'm excited to see what the steps I make in fall camp. I wouldn't say last year, but I would say in spring ball and now. Getting back to that, I feel 100%. So last year, I just feel like, it's more so getting my feet wet, getting back on the field and stuff like that. But, I'm feeling really good.
With so many transfers in, so many freshmen, so many new faces, especially on offense, how long does it take to gel? Kind of get a rhythm, time, and feel for one another, how you got to operate as a unit?
It takes time. It definitely takes time. I don't know if there's a certain amount of time it takes. I think it's just you got to do reps after reps, get in the film room with each other, be speaking the same language. So when I'm saying something, it's not going over somebody's head or vice versa. So, and that's from, like I said, communicating with the O-line to the receivers, just being on the same page to the coaches, just talking the same language more than anything. And yeah, like I said, we can have all the talent in the world, but if we're not on the same page, it's not gonna be good. So that's what we've been focused on this summer, just to find details of things, and I like the direction we're headed in.
There's a lot of talk about with that throughout the spring, and what a guy like Andrew Parchment getting their way and being a key piece for you as a receiver. How do you kind of do that with player runs practices with such a small movement?
Yeah, you just got to find those little things. You got to find that edge. If your body's not feeling great, maybe it's just getting in the film room and stuff like that. It's just we always harp on the little things, and I feel like our team's taking that into consideration and taking that to heart this summer. Just the fine details of what we're trying to accomplish.
Kenzie, a lot of talk about the Miami rivalry today. Not a lot of talk about the Clemson rivalry, especially with all the drama that was last year. You haven't gotten to play this yourself yet. Can you speak just a little bit to Devil's Release program and what that game will mean to you when you get to go to that?
Yeah, Dabo is obviously, or Coach Sweeney, I should call him Coach Sweeney. He's probably one of the best coaches in college football, and tons of respect for him and his program, what they've done over the past few years, representing our conference extremely well, and super excited to go out there in Death Valley and give them our best shot. So.
Kenzie, how difficult was that to go from having 24 straight starts to having such a severe injury and emotionally kind of getting through that? And did you ever think that was it at any point during that process?
It was a long process for sure. But I've definitely battled injuries through my career, even from high school. So that was obviously the worst one. But I always felt like if I just chip away one block at a time, I'll be able to get back. And here I am, being able to play here in 2021. So there's definitely dark days where I felt, man, I don't know, just the setbacks that I had. Maybe it's not meant to be, but huge. I mean, like I said in the press conference, man, the medical staffs that I had, they went above and beyond to help get me back out there. So it definitely wasn't just myself. Lots of prayers, were sent to me, and lots of hard work and man hours, not just by myself, but others investing in me. So definitely thought I'd get back to this point just because the time invested,
McKenzie, obviously you guys got close at UCF to getting in the playoff in 2017 and 2018. Now there's talk about expanding to 12 teams.
Yes.
Do you think that would be a good model for the future of the playoff, even though it may not impact you as all?
I'm not sure what the model looks like because I don't know how they would structure all the bowl games and whatnot. There could be something to providing incentives to players for playing bowl games because there's a lot of guys opting out due to injuries and whatnot. You think of a guy like Jalen Smith, almost lost his career for playing in a bowl game. It was a BCS bowl game, but it really didn't matter considering he'd be a first-round draft pick. So, I think there's going to be certain ways to do it. I think you'll get more guys not opting out if you make it a 12-team playoff. I think revenue will shoot up too. But it's got to be done right. I'm not sure the right way to do it, but I definitely think we should add more teams. Just it creates more drama. You think about a team like the New York Giants. They're, I think it was in 2007 where they beat the Patriots. They're a wild card team. If there's no wild card, then there's no New York Giants, and the Patriots go undefeated, and Tom Brady's immortal. You know what I'm saying? So. I think we should definitely add more teams. I'm not sure the right way it should be, but in due time. Probably won't be this year, but in due time.
Kenzie, in your first year at FSU, man, how much does it mean you come into ACC Media Day representing FSU in your first season with the Seminoles?
It's a huge honor just to represent this team, this school. Plenty of other guys on the team, like Devontae Taylor, Emmett Rice. They could have been here. Grateful that Coach Norvell chose Jermaine, Jordan, and I to be here. Just humble, man. Just to represent my team, and hopefully, I represent us with class, and I have a feeling, we'll have a great year this year. Just led by Coach Norvell and everything he's instilling in us.
And lastly, watching Alex Smith last year come back from that knee injury, how important was that not only for you to see him being able to come back, take hits, and things like that, or have you reached out, have you talked to Alex Smith about that process?
Alex is a special human. Besides his comeback, just his mindset and everything he's about. super special dude. He actually reached out to me a few months back, just, you know, and then I think a week later he got cleared. So, you know, it was pretty cool to see. And then seeing him play and, you know, helping lead his team to the playoffs, that was super special. Yeah, hats off to him on a great career and a great comeback. His leg was probably worse than mine, just seeing everything he went through. So, man, I've drawn a lot of motivation from other people throughout this whole process. Guys like him, Teddy Bridgewater, Jalen Smith, you know, all these guys that have been through the fire and come back on the other side of it and been better for it. So, huge shout out to those guys, just, you know, setting the standard and the example of, you know, you're not a product of what happens to you. It's about how you respond. So, shout out to those guys.
So I talked to your teammate Jordan about the competition. He said at first it was out, but you guys have pretty much come together and you've made him a better player.
Yeah.
Can you say the same about Jordan? Like, what about the competition that's not the best out of you and not the best out of the team?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Jordan, he's just a special player, a special person, and you know, just seeing him, like, he doesn't take a play off ever. So, you know, that's just setting the standard, raising the bar right there, just to go all out every play. And, you know, that's something I need. I need a fire lit under my butt day in and day out to be my best. And I feel like competition always brings out the best in each other. But at the same time, like, you know, there's no ill will there. You know, if one of us eats, we're all going to eat. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just want to win. So if Jordan gives us the best chance to win, then let him go and do his thing. And if it's me, I'll go and do my thing. So super excited to, you know, watch him flourish and grow. I feel like, you know, he's already getting better since I've seen him in the spring. And, you know, he's definitely helped me just progress. Just, like I said, just having that competition, that's always going to push you to be better. So super grateful for him, just learning about him, what he's about. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this year.
There's also seems like there's a difference in personality. You seem more outspoken, like, you know, you got the I'm that dude attitude, and Jordan seems more of a quiet leader. Do you guys, like, when you guys are talking, when you guys are together, do you guys kind of, how does that shape you guys' relationship as two different players, you know, in the same locker room?
Yeah, you know, for me, I wouldn't say I'm like a big rah-rah guy. I just try to lead by action and whatnot. I feel like Jordan's kind of the same in that, you know. Jordan's not a guy that's going to get up in front of the guys and, like, man, we got to do this, we got to do that. And I'm not really that guy either. But at the same time, when something needs to be said, Jordan's going to let his voice be heard, and I'll do the same thing. So I feel like there's power to, you know, guys that, you know, are few with their words, because when they're spoken, they hit different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I feel like, you know, we got our differences and similarities in that aspect for sure.
McKenzie, you talked about at some point, you and I talked about it, when your career's over, like it was over, maybe being a coach, taking that next step. You think about now you've been with 3 head coaches, you know, during your college career. How much have you been able to take from each one of these guys, and do you think that kind of maybe builds the foundation for a possible coaching career?
Yeah, I think I've taken something from every one of these guys, from Coach Frost to Coach Hype to Coach Norvell. And, you know, I'm going to continue to learn from Coach Norvell going into the season, and just how they game plan, how we game plan, how we approach the week going into game week, how we practice, how we do our off season. It's been quite an experience just learning from 3 different guys, and I feel like not a lot of college players get to have that experience. So it's definitely been cool in that aspect. And then just from an offensive standpoint, I mean, all the offenses put up points, so it's definitely something you want to be a part of. So definitely grateful to learn from these 3 gurus for sure.
McKenzie, quick question on this. Been through the off season, been through spring. Just wanted to know, is there one player, or maybe a couple, that you said, man, I can't wait to see them play during the season? Anybody that kind of surprised you during camp?
Ooh, I really want to see Jermaine. Because he's freaky, the talent he has, and, you know, the size and speed and the strength. It's very impressive. Jamie Robinson, number 10, the other number 10 on the defense side of the ball, from transfer from South Carolina, playing nickel. Travis J, he picked me off a few times in spring ball, and I don't even know how he got the ball. Like, made some crazy plays. offensively, man, I feel like we got a lot of weapons. Keyshawn Helton, Andrew Parchment, Pokey, Malik, and all the running backs. We got a stable of running back. So I'm excited to see everybody eat, man. To me, it's like I can look this way, I can look that way, I can look to my left and hand the ball off, man. It's like pick your poison. So I'm super excited to watch all these guys do their thing. With this? It's my brother's wedding. He got married like 2 years ago, so it's just I've been had this, but I appreciate it though.
Speaking of that, I talked to Jermaine about that. I thought about bringing that slang back to Florida State. We missed it for a while. But with you and Jermaine, how do you look at it as far as that aspect, as far as bringing that slang back to Florida State?
Yeah, man, it's in my eyes, like whoever we're playing, like it can't be the mindset of, oh, we're going to play Notre Dame or oh, we're going to play Clemson. It's like, and they got to see us, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what last year was or 2 years ago was. It's here in 2021, and no matter who we play, whether they're ranked number 1 in the country or nothing against them, it's Jacksonville State game too. Like they're gonna get our best. So. And that's what it's always got to be. That's the mindset we got to have being Florida State. Just know what we're representing, and like you said, have that swagger. Like Primetime did, like Jalen Ramsey did, like Jameis Winston did. Like those guys set the foundation, and that's what it's about.
Those guys stepped up in big games. You being in the state, your career, obviously throughout Miami. I know that you don't want to sing a lot of specific things, but can you speak about those rivalries and the excitement around playing?
Yeah, like I said, man, Florida is just the cream of the crop of football, and when all those teams are playing good, college football is just better. So looking forward to Miami coming up to us going to Gainesville, going to Clemson. All these games are super exciting, and something as a kid, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to play in, and I'm getting those opportunities like to play in big games 5 or 6 times in one season alone, and that's something that you always dream about. So I'm super excited.
Kenzie, now, having you out there, are we going to get to see Austin Gadget?
I'll be honest, we don't have anything drawn up yet, but I truly don't see a situation where we both don't play this year. I definitely see us both being on the field at some point. Because he's too good not to play, and I feel like I'm too good not to play too. So he's going to do it. Yeah, absolutely. We both bring something to the table. So it's like I said on Twitter yesterday, it's pick your poison. Yeah, man, I'm excited because when he gets ghost, man, like there's no catching him. So I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited to see what I can do, and just bringing the offense together. I feel like we got a great group of guys, and we got to come together in fall camp, but I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to do.
Kenzie, how much is on your plate when it comes to NIL? How much
So obviously started Dreamfield with De'Eric and a few other partners, but it's not too much on my plate. I got a good team around me, my family, helping facilitate a lot of these things going on. So the main focus for me is, finishing out this last week of a workout strong, resting up before fall camp, and then just being ready to go September 5th. We always say to keep the main thing. Football is priority, and staying healthy and just having a successful year is what it's all about. And then you'll reap the benefits of the fruits of your labor if you perform at a high level. So that's the main thing for sure. So Luis Pardillo, our partner, he's a UCF guy that I got connected with him, and we just came up with this idea to help athletes monetize, creating a platform for them to set their market rate and then of what they feel their value is. And that's how the idea came. And De'Eric and I have been friends for a while, so we wanted to bring him on board as well. And just perfect storm.
Kenzie, how does the skill position talent at Florida State compare to your time at UCF?
Man, that's tough. I feel like I got to see what we're about in the fall, because you can have all the potential in the road, but until you do it, it doesn't mean nothing. So we had some special guys at UCF, don't get me wrong. Traquan Smith, Gabe Davis, Jordan Akins, Adrian Killens. Like, we had legit NFL guys. But I see the same thing here with Andrew Parchment, Ontario Wilson, Malik McLean, Josh Burrell, Keyshawn Helton, Lawrence Toafili, Joshua Corbin, or Sean Corbin. We got a stable of guys. We got a stable of guys that are going to go tote the rock, or from our running backs to our receivers. They'll go make plays. So it's Florida ball, man. You got weapons any school you go to. So we'll find out in the fall if they're better or worse. But, I got a good feeling about our guys for sure.
And your experience in the past, how do you attack on-man front defenses? Because you play Syracuse this year, they run a 3-3-5 defensive scheme. How do you attack that in your past experience?
You got to make a lot of 4-man slides, 5-man slides, that kind of stuff if their ends are dropping. It just goes into the game plan. Everybody kind of has their nuances and their differences. Notre Dame will probably be 3 down. Cincinnati's D coordinator's there now, so there's ways to exploit everything. And I'm confident in Coach Norvell and Coach Dillingham to drop game plans to get us right. Yeah, thank you.
First meeting with Jordan, first time you went to Clemson, was at the facility, and what was your first impression?
I'm trying to remember. First time we met was probably at the facility, and I can't pinpoint an exact first impression, but I'm just getting to know him. He's a great kid, great head on his shoulders, family guy, kind of similar to myself. Works hard. Yeah, man, just getting to know him over the past couple months, it's been pretty cool, because I remember we were trying to recruit him at UCF when he was coming out of high school and leaving Louisville. So, I thought there was a chance to be teammates a few years ago, but here we are now, and just seeing who he is behind the helmet has been pretty cool.
Did you meet him when you guys were recruiting him?
No, I didn't get the chance to meet him, but the coaches were super high on him for obvious reasons. He's a tremendous talent, so just getting to know him, man, it's been cool. It's been really cool.
And then the communication between you guys, what's that like? If you're having a conversation on the practice field or whatever, how does it sound?
Yeah, it's nothing like he gets off the sideline and I'm not talking to him because we're competing or anything like that. Like, I'm asking him if he sees something that I don't see or what he saw in that play, and vice versa. It's a give and take relationship, and he'll make throws that I'm like, damn, I don't know if I would have done that, because he fits it in a tight window. I'm like, and then he'll make runs that I can't make, or I'll do something that he's like, dang, nice, you know what I mean? So it's definitely give and take, and it's been cool to watch him do his thing in spring ball and summer workouts, and I feel like we're just learning from each other and making each other better. We were just talking about that last night. I think the 1-pointer in 2018 at Memphis, just a lot of chips were stacked against us that day, and they had a really good team, and all the rain and whatnot, but a lot of good battles with Coach, and that's what made me want to join him, just knowing what his program was about there, and I know what he's going to do here, and I'm just grateful to be a part of it. It was so Jermaine asked at dinner. He was like, so who won when y'all played? And I was like, we played a few times. And then Norvell's like, or Coach Norvell's like, what does that mean? He's like, because we beat him every time. So, but it's all good. Like I said, man, they could have won those games too. It's just the ball rose this way or that way. Memphis is on top there. And, luckily, we're on the right side of it, and hopefully we're on the right side of it this year. Yes, ma'am. Good to see you.
I don't think I asked you, and I'm sure other people did. Sorry, Bobby Bowden. Have you ever met him, and what was your reaction when you heard the news?
I have not had the chance to meet Coach Bowden. But man, everything I've heard about him, just from my time at UCF to my time here, he embodies everything you want as a coach, everything you want as a face of your program, and he set the standard of what Florida State is, from bringing in great recruits to national championships, and not just what he did on the field, but who he is off the field as a man, just leading young men to grow up and be leaders in their communities and their families. Man, he's everything that Florida State's all about. So obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to him, and man, this season's gonna be for him. So we're gonna try and make it happen. thank you, Bobby Bowden, for everything you did for the state of Florida, Florida State University, and our football program. Is just a special, special man.
Thank you so much.
Well, but the NIL, being one of the most well-known, just for the accomplishments and everything else that's going on. How's that journey been for you, kind of navigating some of that?
Yeah, I'm still treading the waters right now. It's only been a few weeks, but it's been exciting. Just, things that garner my interest off the field, kind of exploring those things. It's been pretty cool. Just obviously just with my family discussing what we think is right and appropriate for what I want to align myself with, but also at the same time not taking away from football. So any NIL stuff has to be on my own time and not taking away from what we're trying to accomplish here at Florida State.
And in terms of pressure, knowing what you've overcome, do you feel like more in terms of, okay, not only am I coming back, I want to show another level, or how do you kind of weigh that?
I feel like the only pressure that I'm gonna feel is whatever I put on myself. I feel like all the pressure I went through just in rehab and all that is more than most individuals can handle, if I'm being real. So whatever I get to do out there is just a bonus. Whether it's me getting sacked 6 times or thrown for 6 touchdowns, it doesn't matter. I'm just out there having fun. So I'm super excited.
Coach Bowden talks about identity reestablishing in the season. Since you got here, has this identity this coming season kind of what would you define in the next going into the season?
Man, just getting 1% better every day. That's what we always preach. Just be your best and be excellent in everything we do, and just finding those inches that are going to turn into feet, and then those feet that'll turn into yards, and by the time you stack those all up, we'll be where we want to be, and the chips will fall where they may. So that's what we always preach, man. Just 1% and just keep climbing together and just keep working together and just meshing, man. We got talent all over the place. But like I said, talent only gets you so far. You gotta put it together and become one. And I feel like that's what we're doing.
You mentioned before that you want to go coaching someday. Are you taking mental notes when you watch coaches at the meetings and coach those things?
All the time. I feel like I've done that since I got to college. Just learning from each of my position coaches, head coaches, OCs, even defensive coaches. Just learning things I like, things I don't like. I absolutely taking mental notes every day, all day. Definitely learned a lot from Coach so far. Learned a lot from Coach Dillingham. Just in the short time I've been there, they're solid guys. They're as good as it gets, X's and O's, but even better dudes off the field. So I feel like that's what it's all about. How many lives can you impact that cross you in a year, and you get 130 plus guys each year as a head coach, and however you can impact them will affect them the rest of their lives in the 4 years you have them. So I think that's pretty cool if you look at it that way, and I feel like that's how Coach Norvell approaches it, and I feel like that's how most of our coaches at FSU approach it as well.
McKenzie, how active are you when you see your more high-profile teammates? How active are you as far as recruiting the next kind of class? As far as getting on social media and maybe trying to, do as much as you can to persuade the next wave of good players to play here?
Yeah, any way I can help this program, I'm going to. So, if I can reach out to those guys, social media, whatever it is, man. I'm Florida State through and through for as long as I'm here. So, it's not to me. This isn't just a January to January deal. To me, I want to be connected with Coach Norvell for the rest of my life, Coach Dillingham for the rest of my life, and any way I can help them, because they've given me opportunity that most people wouldn't, considering what I've been through. So I want to help this program from here to throughout the season, and even so forth. So any way I can help, whether it's recruiting or just coming back talking to the guys, it doesn't matter.
Do the coaches coordinate with you guys about, hey, there's certain guys we want to try to go after, and can you guys help us here, reach out to them, or is it just kind of something you might do?
Whether it's, hosted when they come in on a weekend during the season, whatever the coaches ask of us, that's what we got to do. They're our bosses. So, like I said, I think we got the top 10 recruiting class in the country right now for 22, and as long as that guy's running the ship, it's going to keep being that way. So.
Kenzie, I wanted to ask you about NIL deals. How many you're up to so far? I guess after 3 weeks.
I don't know if there's like a certain number. I think the main thing is just, Dreamfield. I don't have like a marketing agency or anything like that, or an agent working for me, you know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing crazy. I'm just, like I said, I'm focused on football and focused on, getting athletes on a dream field so they can get connected to their local businesses and stuff like that. But ain't nothing crazy. I'm not signing with Nike or anything like that, unless they want to. We'll see.
Nick Saban said Bryce Young was, I think, getting close to 7-figure, money. When you hear a number like that, does it sound believable? Does it sound like maybe a coach?
Sounds believable for Alabama. But good for Bryce, you know what I mean? Like, he's a fantastic player. Everything I've heard about him, I heard he's got a fantastic family as well, too. So, that's awesome for him. That just shows you what this could be. He has a chance to make generational wealth before he becomes a pro. So, to me, that's unbelievable. And, we got to get, like our new offensive lineman, Dillan, he's using a GoFundMe to get a kid that wouldn't be able to afford it to our first game against Notre Dame. So, there's going to be a lot of cool things to see done with this NIL stuff. And I'm happy for Bryce. Let me tell you that. That's awesome.
Any announcements coming today?
In terms of what?
Huh?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think you are.
I'm not too sure.
Hey, McKenzie, have you heard of Jordan's, what Jordan said about where it was a year ago? And I know you weren't here, you were at FSU a year ago, but when you got there, what kind of he's in a much better place now? Have you seen a kid who's kind of, settled in and found his place and found his happiness there?
No, he shared with me, just his journey at Louisville and, the hard times he went through there, and just, like you said, man, coaches can either build you up or break you down. And I feel like each individual athlete, you got to approach them differently. Not everybody's the same. And, Coach Norvell might coach me different than he coaches Jordan. And that's for good reason, because we're different people, so you can't coach every guy the same. And to me, Jordan, I've been in his shoes before too. After my freshman year at UCF, I didn't know if I want to play either. So you gotta think a lot of these kids are going through some hard things in their personal lives, being 18 to 22 years old. Some are having kids, some lose loved ones. That's hard to deal with, man. And on top of that, balancing football, where there's a lot demanded out of you from fan bases, your coaching staff, your teammates, especially playing quarterback, man. That's a lot of pressure. And I'm happy for Jordan, where he's come from.
He seems at peace now, whether he wins his job or not. Whether he said whether I'm beside you, beside McKenzie, or behind him, he's at peace. He's gonna be.
Yeah, I feel like both of us are. We're in good spots. He's beating the odds, coming back from what he's come back from. I've done the same. So whatever comes now, it's just a bonus. And we're gonna take the season and run with it. If one of us eats, we all eat, and that's what it's all about. So I'm excited.
Thank you. Going through this latest part of your football journey with you.
Man, it's been special. Just growing up, just being kids, coming into college together, being 18, and going through our rehab process together. Bam's a different kind of cat now. Like, he's a special individual and one of the most solid dudes I've ever been around. And I'm excited to see him this year, and I'm confident if Bam just does what Bam does, he'll be one of the best DBs in our conference, and have the chance to play at the NFL. And that's a dream we had when we came in as freshmen in 2016. So excited, just super excited that we get to do this journey that kids would dream about, playing at a school and, doing what we did there, and now coming here to Florida State, a school that every kid might dream about going to. And, here we are together, just brothers, that's my boy for life, for sure. All set?
Non-football question.
What's up?
Daughter's at UCF.